Mr. Dan Gable.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to talk for a little bit because today is about competing, today is about competition, today is about parents learning about their kids a little bit and kids learning more about a great sport. It's all about what I call leadership. And good leadership is crucial for the world. And good leadership brings about other good leadership. It's like the head of a family. The head of a family, if you do good, if mom and dad does good, kids will do good. Have a better chance to do that. And if they don't, then we find ourselves with more issues. So leadership is something that is really important. Today is about wrestling. It's about competition. It's about doing the best you can. And it's about analyzing, how they did instead of maybe criticizing. It's more about analyzing for the future. One of the issues in our sport is leadership, and one of the issues in our sport is retention, keeping these young kids in the sport to go on to wrestle, not only at this level, but at the high school level and at the college level. And even though I'm standing in a state right now of Illinois, and it's one of the most powerful youth wrestling states in America, if not the most powerful, we still have issues for opportunities for some of these kids at the upper levels. And so we have to continue to provide that really good leadership. Wrestling is almost too tough for society right now, which is a shame, because if we ever get to the point where wrestling is really too tough, then we probably become a weaker country. And we have to keep a sport like wrestling going strong, even though it sometimes hurts me as a granddad to watch some of my grandkids maybe not do as well as I want them to do. And it might be a little pain on their face, but that pain on their face, they can learn from that. They can learn how to compete. They can learn how to go out in life and do good things, not only on the wrestling mat, but in the academic world, in the professional world, in the family world, and that's what it's all about. And so some of these issues that we've had in our sport, we just have had poor leadership. Not too long ago, at the Olympic level, we had some issues, about 3 years ago. And we were going to actually get taken away from the Olympic sport, as wrestling was going to get taken out of the Olympics. And all it was a group of guys at the highest level that wasn't thinking about the sport. They were more thinking about what they could get out of it. And because they needed some good people to get more involved and to get better leaders in there, and we did that immediately because we have good response. We are a built sport throughout the world, but we have to make sure that the people are in the right positions, just like you as a mom and dad, as a leader of the family. And because of that, we were able to turn that around and provide better leadership. And that doesn't mean that we're automatic. We've got to continue to work that. You don't work at something just a week or two and think it's going to turn around. Even though we won the vote and got back in, we still have to provide that good leadership for years to make up, or forever, to make up for all the time that we were in the poor leadership. So all of a sudden you turn a new leaf tomorrow in your life, whether it's in your profession or your family. If you turn a new leaf, you got to remember how long you've been doing that at that other level. And it usually takes almost as long as you tore it down to build it back up. So you got to have a little patience. And it's like the mat. You don't learn to be automatically a winner on the mat without a lot of hard practice. And it's only one sport of many, but it's the best sport. I want you to know that. It's the best sport. Even though it's a little tough, we're going to have some tough times in our profession, in our family. And if we've already built that ability ahead of time to have a better chance to move on. So I'm just going to say, on behalf of continued good leadership from myself and the sport of wrestling and from the people that are here, I know it's not even wrestling season, it's a great turnout, and they do it for a lot of different reasons. I'm proud to be associated with you guys and how the money works here. And have a great day. I'm going to be up over here, and I don't want a bunch of kids coming up over there because you got to focus on your wrestling. Even though if you want to, go ahead. But I'm serious about that. You know, when you jump in the mat, you got to be able to maybe give yourself a little chance to be warmed up and all, and so on. But there's a lot of parents or grandparents that will be up here. I'm going to be sitting up here for the next hour or two with a guy named Ben Peterson, who is a living example of a good life, of a great wrestler, of somebody that really might not know he was going to be a great wrestler until he got and put himself in the right environment for that sport. And all of a sudden he became world champion, Olympic champion, world medalist, and he's also sitting up there with me. I got a book that's kind of entertaining. I'm not here to sell books, but it's an entertaining, it's a good thing. He's got a book that shows you that when you aren't quite what you want to be, how you get there. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's called Road to Go. So I'll be up there myself with Ben Peterson, and have a great day. And I'm proud to see all this wrestling going on. And I think it's baseball season, isn't it, or not? Thanks a lot.